Hey, everybody, and welcome to the next episode of Sordward and Shielbert's Spectacular Podcast. This is episode 3, and it's a big one because last night we had our season 2 draft. So I'm joined by Tom, head coach of the Montreal Milotics, and we're going to break down the entire draft for you guys. So sit down, buckle up, get some popcorn. This is going to be a little longer than normal, but we'll
make it
fun.
Yeah.
We'll make it fun along the way, guys. Don't worry. So we're going to start off. We're going to go in draft order and break down each team and what they picked and just talk about their total team composition, you know, different synergies, overall strength, what we think of that team. And then Tom and I are each going to give the team a letter grade.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna start
S through C, right? It's like S, A, B, C.
Yeah.
Cool.
There might be some Fs.
Yeah, maybe some Fs for the really bad ones.
Yeah. I don't know. I definitely have a couple Ds. I think I'll hand out. I'll see how vicious we want to be when we get in there. But all right, so we're gonna start off with the number 1 overall pick. He was on last week's podcast. Wouldn't tell us what he was going to take.
The nerve.
The PSG Paris Saint-Germain.
Germignon.
All right, so this is his team in tier order. So I'm going to go off of tier order, not necessarily pick order.
Okay.
But I will say number 1 overall pick. Well, I'll get to that again. But so his G-Max tier, G-Max Butterfree.
It was his second pick.
Yeah, I don't like it as a second pick though, but we'll go to that when we talk about the team. This was the number 1 overall pick though. His S tier Togekiss, obviously a good pick.
I like that pick.
You can't go wrong with a lot of the S tiers. Like you're not gonna go wrong with A tier Ferrothorn, B tier Gengar, Jolteon, and Lapras. C tier Galarian Rapidash, Shiinotic, Skuntank, and Beware. So let's talk a little bit about PSG, Tom. So we already kind of went over it. So let's start with that G-Max. What do you want to say about that G-Max?
So I think G-Max Butterfree is super good as a support, right?
Yeah, I don't hate it as a G-Max. Like,
no.
It should be taken out. 16 teams, 1 team should have Butterfree.
Yeah, I just thought it was...
What I did like about it was I don't think it's a round 2 pick, although it was at the end of round 2. I mean, then you'd have to think, would it come all the way back round 4? So maybe in his position I see it, but...
So I really like Togekiss. And I think Togekiss allows you to, like, play a lot more...
Togekiss can do a lot of stuff, though.
Yeah, well, yeah, so I guess the way I can see him playing it is he'll play Butterfree, like, offensively. Mm-hmm. So he'll just automatically G-Max it and activate the G-Max move and try to just get the status conditions off. And then the Togekiss can allow him to get that off and still have his G-Max around with Follow Me. It's weird to me to see like 2 Pokemon kind of both support start. So it'll be interesting to see how he kind of plays through it. Because the rest of his team isn't super offensive.
No, so that's he doesn't really have a breaker.
He's got Gengar, and
Gengar.
I know last season the Mississippi Missing Nose Gengar was pretty good, and there was a lot of things that you were able to kind of do with it, and it's got a really good spread of moves. Yeah. And it hits very hard, so that will make Togekiss a lot more viable, making it so it doesn't get taken out. But he's not really. He doesn't have a lot of punch to his team, so I would not put this as like a really high tiered team, but I could see it be like a B or a C tier team.
Yeah, if we're giving the letter grade now, I'm probably going to go with C just because, like, I think there's different ways he can play because he's got some flexible mons. Like, I think Butterfree, like, G-Max can definitely be flexible. Like you just said, like, start off really offensive, and then if it survives its whole G-Max 3 turns, now you have a support Pokemon. You know, like...
Butterfree is one of the best in VGC as a support, especially when you're trying to get off Trick Room or something, being able to use Rage Powder. Or it gets Sleep Powder off.
I would have really liked, like, he picked Shiinotic, which is the only spore user we have right now.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have any trick room.
Well, that's the thing.
So it's hard to get off like quick spores for him.
He picked his first 3 picks were all great support Pokemon, right? Ferrothorn, Butterfree, and Togekiss, because Ferrothorn can know knockoff, so like it can do really well next to certain mon. He just doesn't have anything to do after the support, really. Or I don't really.
Like you said, Gengar, like a Sash Gengar.
Yeah, but that can be taken out pretty easily.
Yeah.
Whether through sand or like wildfire or I think the Colossal next does it too. Yeah, hail. And a lot of people made sure to grab those kind of weather conditions, so you cannot reliably use Gengar as a sweeper.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see. Like, he's got some annoying Pokemon for sure, so we'll see if he can,
but annoying to me doesn't equate to like good, you know?
Yeah, no.
You might stall out, and that would be the best.
Yeah, that's why I'm giving him the C, because he definitely has like.
Not super effective.
Yeah, there's like core, but I don't see anything where like, oh man, this Pokemon's gonna take out like 2 or 3 of mine before I can take care of it, you know?
Yeah.
Sets up right, but all right, so that's PSG. Tom, why don't you go through our next team, the LA Kinglers?
All right, yeah, so his Gmax was Alcremie, which is an interesting choice. His S tier was Grimmsnarl, which is a great choice. I like that. Jellicent A. Jellicent is actually pretty underrated. I like it.
Jellicent's really good. I was looking at that for a while.
He's got Hitmontop, Togedemaru, and Corsola. I like the Hitmontop. I like the Corsola. Togedemaru is okay. And then the C tier is Flareon, Arctivish, Xatu, and Kingler. I think, again, this is another team where I can't really see a super kind of apparent team, because Alcremie is also a really good support mon with Decorate. And Grimmsnarl is an amazing support mon, able to set up screens and stuff very easily. Jellicent is an awesome trick room setter, and it hits very hard with the Water Spout.
Yeah, Water Spout.
Hitmontop is really good for Intimidate, but again, I don't see anything that's like glaring as like a big threat on his team. There's just a lot of kind of like parts that you can put together and do some things.
Oh, listen, I found it. Arctivish. Set up, you go like Hitmontop, Jellicent, set up Trick Room with the little fake out from Hitmontop, then you get in Arctivish, and then
you could do an
make from Dracovish.
An eject button Hitmontop might work. I know Wolfie was using that back in 2016. So you get the fake out off, and then when they attack the Hitmontop, it ejects itself out and brings in the Arctivish, so you don't have to hard switch.
Yeah, exactly.
That extra turn. So there you go, LA Kinglers. There's an idea.
Yeah, throw that out there, because I mean, Jellicent, you're definitely doing some sort of trick. So this one, I like it a little bit more than PSG, so I'm probably gonna give it a C+. What do you think, Tom?
If we're doing pluses, then
just because I still think it's like I don't want to give it a hard B right now, so I'm gonna be like C+.
I would do like a B-, maybe. Just because like it has Intimidate, and that's something that PSG doesn't have. And Intimidate is super good. It has Intimidate plus Fake Out together.
He has Intimidate, but PSG has Redirection, like multiple Redirection too.
Yeah,
something he's missing.
Hitmontop has the Fake Out, and I don't see Fake Out on PSG too.
Yeah.
And he has a Trick Room on Jellicent, which is something that PSG does not have.
Right.
And a Prankster Pokemon that's able to like inflict status.
Okay, I can see B- then. I
don't think it's a hard B, but I think the B- just for him. He grabbed all the tools from all my Tom's tips, so I'm gonna give him a B-.
This is the Tom's Tips team.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll move on to the third team in the draft. The team to fear, Detroit Steelix. All right, so we got Gmax Gengar as his Gmax tier, Jirachi, mythical Pokemon S tier. A tier is Rillaboom now with the Grassy Surge ability, big pickup.
Right.
B tiers are Gyarados, Lucario, and Darmanitan. That's Unova Darmanitan. And C tiers are Drifblim, Steelix, gotta represent, Thievul, which I think is interesting. Like I can see some tools with it, but and
Yeah, I can talk
Grandpa
more on it.
going berserk with the Drampa.
Grandpa's a good one. It's also got Cloud9 too, which is really good for weather.
Yeah, that's true. So we'll get to a couple teams that you're probably going to want that Cloud9 against.
Oh yeah.
Later on, but I really like the Detroit Steelers. Like, I know it's hard to kind of like evaluate Jirachi in doubles because it's never VGC legal, so it's hard to look at it from like a competitive standpoint. Serene Grace with Zen Headbutt and Iron Head, so you're looking for those flinches.
Yeah.
So you want to be able to outspeed. So you're probably either going Scarf, because I think the only tailwind setter he has is Drift Limb.
Yes. Yeah, so this is actually one team where I think that, like, I think the Gmax Gengar was obviously him just kind of grabbing, like, the best out of what's left, right? Because of the way that the draft snakes around. After him, it looks like there was only, like, 3 or 4 Gmaxes picked after him. And all the good ones were kind of taken. But it has the, with the max move, it does Shadow Tag, I believe, right?
Yeah, it traps. Yep.
And Gengar is fast enough, really, that like you're gonna get the Shadow Tag off in most situations. So Gmax Gengar isn't like it's a pretty good Gmax, but I think that, and Jirachi's good, but I think that his team is actually really kind of gets all of its tools in the A, B, and C tiers. I think Rillaboom is actually like kind of the glue to his team with the Grassy Surge, because he has Driftloom and Thievul that can both take advantage of the Grassy Surge with Unburden. So he gives a Grassy Seed to either one of them. Unburden doubles their speed. So Driftloom can get a Tailwind off faster than, basically as if it was a Prankstermon. And Thievul can get off a Howl that will increase the attack of both Rillaboom and Thievul. So he can kind of get off like pseudo Swords dances kind of.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of synergy in there that I actually think his team on paper, if you just look at the individual parts, it kind of looks a little lackluster, but he has like a lot of good tools that if he puts the team together correctly, can definitely take people by surprise. So that's one of those teams where you kind of need to know all the intricacies of everything he has when preparing.
I want to make a comment, like how we talked about with PSG and LA, like they had a lot of like support Pokemon. I think Detroit's kind of like the opposite. I don't see like too many like straight support Pokemon. Like it's more like he's got a lot of offensive Pokemon: Gyarados, Rillaboom, Lucario, Steelix.
Yeah. I mean, if the Rillaboom can learn Fake Out and Knock Off.
Yeah. Rillaboom.
It can learn Snarl too.
Yeah.
But depending on what circumstance you're using, you can either use like Wood Hammer or Drum Beating as like your offensive. And Rillaboom.
Yeah, if you want speed control or if you just want pure power.
Yeah, he's got like 120 attack or something like that. So he hits hard. So he's also not like one of those supports that just kind of sits there on the field and doesn't really like. He's not a threat.
Yeah.
Rillaboom is a threat after turn 1. So that's interesting, but yeah, like, and then besides like,
but there's no redirection, like.
Well, Jirachi can learn follow me.
Yeah, I don't think he's getting a Japanese 2013 or whatever that was. Jirachi.
We'll see. We'll see how far we'll see how hard the team to beat wants to win. But yeah, so, but like, yeah, a lot of his support is kind of like built into Mon. So like the Intimidate with Gyarados. Sometimes you'll see Intimidate users that have Fake Out like Hitmontop or Scrafty, but the Gyarados is like, he comes in, he intimidates, but he also sweeps. So yeah, I agree with you. There's a lot more hard hitters than like support.
So what do you give him? I'm gonna give him probably like an A-.
Yeah, I would say B. It would be like B+ on paper, but if it's executed, then yeah, A- is a good one.
Yeah. All right. Oh. Look at this. You want to take this one away?
Oh, I am so proud of this team. I drafted in order Gmax Lapras for my Gmax, Incineroar for my S, Venusaur for my A, Sableye for my B, Silvally for my B, Hydreigon for my B, Oranguru, Gigalith, Alolan, Dugtrio, and Throw for my C tiers. Yeah, this team is beautiful. I want this on my wall. I'm very happy with the way this one went. I first chose Gmax Lapras because I don't think I was silent about me thinking that Gmax Lapras is the best Gmax.
Yeah.
I think it's just the best. And then I was surprised that Incineroar made it back around. He's the best defensive tool. And in VGC, Venusaur has been picking up a lot of traction with Sleep Powder. And so I just grabbed Sableye to do Quash, Fake Out, or Taunt, and Sunny Day.
Prankster Sunny Day.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Yeah, I'm getting my Sleep Powders off before everybody.
Yeah.
I grabbed Silvally because I realized I needed a Fairy type. So he's like my pseudo fairy.
Whatever type you kind of need for the matchup.
Yeah. Well, he also has like Explosion, like Choice Band, which has been running around.
Got.
Yeah. And then Hydreigon is just kind of like my hit all because his move pool is diverse enough to be a special sweeper. And then I was like, oh well, my team is kind of really lacking on Trick Room. So I picked up Oranguru, which in my opinion is one of the best Trick Room setters. I mean, the best one is Dusclops, but we'll get to that. And then Gigalith is a kind of underrated Trick Room abuser.
Yeah. I actually really, I mean, no lie, I really want a Gigalith. I have one that's like perfectly trained for Trick Room.
Yeah.
But that's all right. We'll talk trades later.
You're not getting it. And then I grabbed
when you're 0-5 and you're.
If I get there, you can have it. If I go 0-5, you can have it.
There we go. That's my mission.
Yeah, everybody knows now. Alolan Doug Trio, I grabbed this my Steel type. It also knows Arena Trap, so it can kind of like have multiple purposes. And then Throw, I just grabbed this a Mold Breaker in case I need.
Alolan Doug Trio doesn't get Arena Trap.
Well, I think it has the hair.
Yeah, it has Tangling Hair.
And then Gigalith sets up Sand, so I think Doug Trio can abuse Sand.
Yeah, Sand Force.
Yeah, so I mean, it was really just there as my speed.
Yeah.
My Steel type.
No, it's fine as a C tier.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see it coming in too often, but yeah, it was a decent pickup.
And then you throw the whole draft at the end.
Yeah, basically. I threw the draft because you stole my sock.
Hey,
but yeah.
Talk about your own laundry, boy.
Yeah, right. My socks weren't matching for the draft.
All right, so obviously you're probably going to give yourself an A.
Yeah, S tier actually. If we're doing S, but if we're doing A as top, yeah. I think my team.
I mean, you could go A++. I'll let you say.
Okay.
That.
Yeah. I think it's the team to fear, on paper.
I think I definitely have to give you like an A+.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like definitely A, top A.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to sound too biased, but like, it's got a lot of good things. So
yeah,
I'm really excited to use it.
All right, so we'll move on from Montreal and head down south to the Waco Scizors, who are number 5.
Yeah.
And their picks include Gmax Toxicity, Excadrill in the S tier, Mimikyu in the A tier. Their B tiers were Dracozolt, Pyukumuku, and Chandelure. And their C tiers were Galvantula, Musharna, Sirfetch'd, and Malamar. So I like their first couple picks. I like Excadrill and Mimikyu. I mean, Mimikyu can do a lot of different things, and Excadrill is just one of the best offensive pieces.
Correct. Yeah.
I really like Chandelure. Again, it's an offensive piece, but it can do a lot of other different things.
Yeah, the imprisoned Trick Room on Chandelure is it's amazing.
Yeah.
I like the Dracozolt, but it kind of clashes with Toxtricity a little bit.
Yeah.
And like the Thunder, the Electric. And it'll be interesting to see how good Hustle is when you're not Dynamaxing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you lose that no miss.
I don't see any fake out users.
Yeah.
And I don't see any redirection. So that's what kind of concerns me.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he was talking about doing some stuff with Pyukumuku. I know Pyukumuku can be kind of annoying, but it gets Helping Hand and it gets some stuff, but not the redirection or the flinching that you want.
Isn't Pyukumuku electric though?
No, this is the pure water.
Okay. Yeah, that's
Yeah, you're thinking of Pincurchin.
Yeah, because I was about to say, like, if he's running 3 electric types, that's very concerning, especially when you have Excadrill that can hit both.
Yeah.
With
Well, he does have 3 electric types because he's got Galvantula too, but the bug negates the ground weakness.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, if Gmax Toxicity's like Gmax move was poison instead of the electric, so that you could get up electric terrain with his electric Pokemon.
Yeah,
I think that'd be pretty cool because then you get the 30% boost. But since it goes off of the electric attack, he doesn't really have a way to set up the electric terrain.
Yeah, so he can just be put to sleep left and right.
Yeah,
that's a big problem with Mimikyu. Unless he can Lumberry it, but
yeah, but you only get 1 Lumberry.
Exactly. Yeah, and so
he definitely has a lot of beaters. Excadrill's a beater. Mimikyu can be beater. Harder and doubles to do it with Mimikyu, but he can be. Toxicity's a beater. You got Boom Burst, you got Overdrive.
Yeah.
Chandeler's a beater. Dracozold's a beater. So he's got a lot of things that if they can stick around for a turn or two are going to take out some Mons.
Yeah, but I'm looking at his team, and honestly, Toxicity is special, but his top 4 or 3 out of 5 of his beaters, they lose to Intimidate.
Yeah.
So that
what tricks can people do with Malamar this generation?
I'm not totally sure.
What can Contrary do this generation?
Well, so what is
anti-intimidate?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, but still, the amount of setup that has to go into that.
I'm gonna give him a B.
I'm gonna do like B minus.
I could go down to B minus, but I'm gonna say B because
I think he can.
I don't know all the things that like Musharna and Malamar and Chukumuku can do. Like I know that they're like kind of trickier Mons to wrap your head around. So
yeah, he can definitely come in with a surprise factor, similar to like Detroit Steelix. He's just on like a lower bar.
And Imprisoned Chandelure annoys the heck out of me.
Yeah, it's not necessarily something that you want to be running into.
Yeah, Chandelure is actually really good against my team, which we'll get to.
Yeah, he can run through a lot of setups, but he can also be taken down a couple pegs very easily. So it's how he'll use it.
All right, so Tom, you want to go over our next team?
I'd love to, since he's using my old Gmax. So his Gmax is Gmax Snorlax.
Oh, this is for the Worcester Delibirds.
Oh yeah, Worcester Delibirds. So they got Gmax Snorlax as their Gmax. They got Whimsicott as an S tier, which is a great pickup. His A tier is Galarian Weezing. That'll be very interesting. His B tiers are Cinderace, which we'll get to. Hawlucha, Como, and then his C tiers are Dreadnought, Claydol, Pikachu, and Delibird.
Represent with the Delibird. Although unfortunately that takes his letter grade like a full letter down.
It's okay. He's starting high enough with I think Whimsicott is the glue to his team.
Yeah.
I think Whimsicott has a lot of tools that Whimsicott kind of fell out of favor, especially in VGC because of like Dusclops.
Yeah. Trick Room is so prominent right now.
Yeah. So now that you have a league where only one person can run like Dusclops or Trick Room, Whimsicott being able to just win a war of attrition through Tailwind can be very hard to deal with. And he has Cinderace, and with the new hidden ability, Cinderace is actually probably the best.
You can't Dynamax it, so it makes it like a little bit harder because you can't do like, oh, I'm gonna go from this type and then I'll use Max Airstream to go to flying to dodge this attack, and then I'll go to like normal to dodge this attack, and like it's a little bit harder because I think the only flying attack it learns is bounce. So
it's definitely going to make it harder for him to quickly change.
Just do like the type swaps in and out, but you can go from fighting to bug to fire to
but still being able to, I honestly think the fire type's biggest weakness is its fire typing weaknesses. It's and being able to, as fast as it is, just change its typing in an unfavorable matchup puts it high enough to where I think I can see Whimsicott Cinderace lead a lot from him.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, just because you get stab on whatever you want.
Yeah.
You have the coverage moves. You can take something out.
It's a very easy start. So
yeah, and Gmax Snorlax is a pretty decent Gmax as well in doubles.
Yeah,
he lacked
redirection though. The redirection kind of is and the Galarian Wheezing, he'll have to worry about Galarian Wheezing plus Snorlax, like negating his gluttony.
Right.
That can make Gmax Snorlax really bad. But yeah, I mean Gmax Snorlax in doubles is even better than it was in singles, and in singles it did pretty well during our season 1.
Actually, I'm looking at Galarian Wheezing, and he's probably not going to use neutralizing gas. He's going to use Misty Surge.
He could do that.
Yeah, no, I think that's what because look at his team. You do not want neutralizing gas on this team. Shut off your Libero, shut off your Prankster.
That's true. Yeah. I could see Galarian Wheezing starts doing Unburden with a Misty Seed.
Yeah. Like, he's totally going like Misty Surge unless he goes up against a team that's like 50 ground types, and then he's like, I'll bring one to do this.
Well, actually, yeah, Misty Surge is pretty good because it makes it so the Whimsicott can't get faked out.
Yeah.
Right?
No, Misty Surge prevents status.
Gotcha. Okay.
But you can't get sleep, you can't get burned.
Oh, that's great for Snorlax.
Yeah.
You're able to just curse away without having to worry about getting burned.
That's totally the goal. Yeah, that's totally what the Weezing's there for. I would be very surprised if he ever brings a neutralizing gas Weezing, because I think it hurts his team way more than he'll ever help his team.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean even Misty Surge helping Cinderace be able to sweep or
Just like, because look at his team, he doesn't have a lot of things that are going to status people. Like, I don't even see anything that's like a pure like, oh, I'm trying to paralyze you or I'm trying to Will-O-Wisp you. Like, he's just going to put in Misty Surge, have, like you said, like a Misty Seed on his Hawlucha to get that Unburden when he wants to sweep late with it. And he's just going to say, okay, I'm just making it so none of us can get status. I got my Libero Cinderace. I got my Snorlax that's going to eat its berry and then regain it and see if you can beat that. I got Whimsicott setting up my Tailwind.
Yeah, I
actually now that I think about it, now that I see like the Misty Surge, I'm going to give him like probably a B+.
Yeah.
I think it's like top 5. Like, I see Snorlax, Whimsicott, Weezing, Cinderace, Hawlucha. Like, he brings those 5 to every game.
Yeah.
And then just whatever the 6 piece he needs, you know?
Yeah, because like with Cinderace, he doesn't need to run bounds because he's not getting the max airstream and stuff. Yeah. So he can go in on like close on the high jump kick,
yeah,
and just run a wide line. Yeah.
You turn to just flip out of there.
Yeah.
You could even bring Court Change against your team, Tom. Oh, nice Aurora Veil. Whoop. Mine.
He could take that, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. As long as he doesn't get hit with a max geyser.
Yeah, well, I'm saying you know, because you'd probably be running light play on your Gmax, and then after your Gmax kind of like goes down or he kills it, like, okay, I'll get the last 4 turns of this.
Yeah, yeah, no.
I'll get the last 4.
Don't run Court Change against me, please. But yeah, no, I like B+. B+ is good.
Yeah. So, all right, next up, number 7, we got the Minnesota Nidokings. So they took a late Gmax pick, but their Gmax is Gmax Sandaconda. S tier, they actually took this last round, so they waited a long time to get their S tier. It's Galarian Darmanitan, which they had last season in singles. Different animal, but same beast. A tier, this was their first pick. Indeedee Female, very good Psychic Surge. B tiers are Dugtrio, Hippowdon, and Corviknight. C tiers are Aselgor, Escavalier, what's up with that? Trapinch, what's up with that? Maractus, what's up with that?
He wants to be able to evolve both of them by trading them to himself. Yeah. The Indeedee Female lead is very interesting. I'm
trying to think though, like, because Psych Search, so you're shutting off priority, so it's basically, okay, I'm going to make sure that you can't fake me out the first turn or 2. But I'm looking at his team now, I'm like, well, what is he trying to prevent getting faked out? Like, just Darmanitan, I guess?
I could see, like, Corviknight. like just getting off a
you want to set up a tailwind
and then just be able to like iron defense, body press maybe. Because I know that's been around. I mean, Corviknight as a B tier.
Corviknight is good. It's a very good B tier.
Like mirror armor.
Mirror armor, reflecting intimidates and everything.
Is very good. So I mean, he's got a really good support core. With like Indeedee, Corviknight is kind of in the same tier or like bracket, if you want to describe, as like Gyarados, where it's got like a really good ability, but it can also hit like really hard.
It needs a little bit more setup than Gyarados.
Well, yeah, because he's got Tailwind. But yeah, I think he's really just kind of playing like protect the Darmanitan. I know he was really like that Mon last season. He got a game where he swept with it.
And he's got 2 trappers because he's got Doug Trio and he picked up Trap Hinge so that he could have a second trapper.
Yeah.
So he's trying to like, okay, I'm going to make sure my Darmanitan can kill what it needs to kill.
The Hippowdon is interesting though.
Yeah, Hippowdon and Sandaconda, so I assume with Sandspit, although I guess you could go with some other abilities on that. But and Sandaconda's move traps too, so there's a lot of traps.
Yeah, but if you trap him in with a water...
So listen, going off the trapping though, a Selgor Final Gambit.
That's true.
Just 1-for-1 something.
But Maractus has like... Doesn't it have like some sort of Storm Drain ability or something where it like...
Yeah, I think it gets Storm Drain. Yeah, so actually that's not bad.
That's the
Protect your ground types.
That's the best thing about his team. Because he's so invested in like ground types.
Yeah,
he's just auto lose to water types. Like if he didn't have Maractus, you could just surf away his team pretty easily, and ignore the follow me. But an easy switch with Maractus could make up for some bad turns or whatever. So I don't think this is not a top 8 team. I don't see it that way. But I could see it get like 9th, 10th. I could see it try to dispute it.
It'll be close. It'll be interesting. I think we'll see this team evolve kind of throughout the season because I definitely see like a couple Pokemon where it's like, maybe I can swap that out for something else down the road. I just need to feel it out a little bit.
Yeah, I mean he's got a good core, but his type advantages and stuff are pretty. They're pretty lackluster. So it'll be interesting.
I'm gonna give him a C.
That's a good one, yeah.
Yeah. I'm not going to be too critical because I can see, like, some stuff he's trying to do, like, with the trapping and just, like, 1-for-1 some stuff, like, 1-for-1 your key pieces and hope that the rest of his can...
Yeah. I mean, to me, Maractus keeps him out of D tier.
Yeah. If he didn't have a water immunity or something, then yeah.
He would, D, F tier almost, but so I like C.
All right, Tom, I'll give you the honors.
Okay. So we got the Boston Braviaries, the commissioner. So he's got the G-Max...
The champion.
Commissioner and champion. Reigning champ. So we got the G-Max Hatterene. Dusclops is the A tier. Melmetal is the S tier. Clefable, Torracat, and Liepard for B. And then Braviary, Quillfish, Rotom, and Sock. I actually like this team. I'm very interested to see where Melmetal goes with you. But you have Redirection, you have Tailwind, you have Fake Out with Intimidate.
Intimidate.
Yeah, double.
We talked about that. Lead off Torracat with a Sash, Parting Shot, and then sending Quillfish. You got -3 attack, buddy.
It could be interesting.
On turn 1, you got -3 attack.
Yeah. The Dusclops is definitely...
Yeah, the Dusclop, I was like, okay, I'm 8th pick, middle of the road.
Yeah, Dusclops is like...
Let's see, if Dusclop's still there, the best Trick Room setter, I'll take it. And then I'm like, who the hell gets Melmetal? Who plays Pokemon Go? If you play Pokemon Go, please subscribe and like the video. And I was like, who's collecting all these Meltans? I got a Melmetal. I can probably get him 2nd or 3rd pick, so it comes back. I'm like, okay, I'm taking G-Max Hatterene.
You probably could have grabbed that 8th pick.
Huh?
You probably could have grabbed that 8th pick.
Yeah, maybe. Probably. I mean, at that point, but I was like, ooh, I want to double iron bash some things, get that 51% flinch rate if I hit him first.
Yeah, does it have any support moves?
No, it's going to be an assault vest.
Yeah, it's probably going to be like your beater, your main beater.
Yeah. I'll lead off with Dusclops and probably either Hatterene or Melmetal. Set up the Trick Room, hit with something, hopefully take out 1 or 2 Pokemon before they take that down, and then
yeah, because Melmetal
Dusclops will still be alive, and he'll be like, Trick Room again, bitches! And then that's when I send in the other one. I'm like, pow!
Yeah, Melmetal's slow, right?
Oh, yeah, super slow.
Okay.
He's really slow, and he has bad special defense, but if you invest and put a assault vest on him, he's super bulky.
Yeah, so I just
really high defense, attack, and HP. Like decent.
Yeah, I remember he's got big attack, big defense. Yeah, you just
so
got to worry about
invest in the special defense and the attack, and then put an assault vest on him. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So you got the Dusclops hat start with Melmetal in the back. You could even run like Liepard in the back, so you can do the what is it, like the copycat trick room?
Yeah.
Especially with G-Max hat, you can copycat hat. Hat's max guard, right?
Yeah, and then it becomes Trick Room.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is, because that copies whatever the move would normally be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that could be almost a better start, and then keep Dusclops in the back.
The only thing with that, like, that's a cool trick, but you lose 1 turn of your G-Max.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that,
but it's also
it depends. It's situational.
It's the safest way to get Trick Room off on your team.
Yeah.
Even like, with Dusclops. So
okay, do I really want to be safe with Trick Room, or do I need to make sure I get an extra hit off with a G-Max move? So,
I mean, either way, you kind of lose to Taunt if they know which one to hit.
Yeah.
But Liepard can play through Taunt a little bit better, I think, because you can always just fake out or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then you got Braviary if like you want to do a fast, but like your team kind of
Braviary is kind of there for like, if Trick Room doesn't work, maybe some middle mons can kind of like get there with a tailwind. Like, because I don't think I got to be like the slowest thing, because I'm not expecting to go up against other Trick Room teams. So I think I can just be like slower than normal and therefore be faster in Trick Room, but then have the tailwind outspeed more middling mons. Yeah,
so I think, because the more that I'm looking at it, it's actually kind of hard for you to abuse tailwind, because a lot of your guys are pretty slow. I think you're kind of like an all-in Trick Room, or I just think that your team's going to get a lot better as the season goes along, and you find the right trades.
Yeah.
Because like you have a lot.
Definitely, because I was doing a lot. Obviously, I was like overseeing the draft and doing stuff. So, and everyone only had a 1-minute timer to do their pick. So as I'm like doing stuff, I'm like, oh shoot, it's my turn already. What's remaining right now?
Yeah.
So
you have a lot of great tools, definitely.
Yeah. No, I definitely like my team. I'll give it a, ranking myself, probably like an A-.
I would say more of a B, because like you'll definitely do really well with the Trick Room aspect, but I'm also very hesitant to see how well like a hard Trick Room does when you're playing 6v6. And you don't have 5 turns.
That's why I got several different ways to do it. Like I don't just have one Pokemon.
Oh no, yeah, you'll definitely be able to keep Trick Room going, but it's like having to constantly manage it that might. But yeah, I mean you got some good tools. B+. But.
So we move on to the Houston Darmanitans new team. They have G-Max Dreadnought, S-tier Dracovish.
Good pick.
I see a trend here. Water. Another water. A-tier Pelipper. Got our first hard weather team. With
what else does he have?
Green. B, he's got Ludicolo, Pincurchin, no Sleepy Sleeps, Ditto, and I don't know about Ditto in doubles. It's a little tricky. C-tier Slurpuff, Belly Drumming Up, Eldegoss, Sigilyph, and Toxicroak. Some dry skin there. Heal up in the rain. So, yeah, definitely some good monsters. I like how he didn't go like crazy all in with the Trick Room. He could have been like, oh, I'll take Barraskewda, or I'll take Seismitoad. Like, he could have picked up like another Mon or two that are like, oh, this is like a a rain mon is what I meant to say.
Yeah. I figured that's what you said. So what does Pinchurchin do again?
Its hitting ability is Electric Surge.
Okay.
And I think it has Lightning Rod.
I like it better as a Lightning Rod user.
Yeah. Sure.
Because I was about to say, like, the only thing that he was kind of missing was Raichu on this team.
Yeah.
So I wanted to make sure they had a Lightning Rod before I gave him.
Yeah, Pinchurchin has Lightning Rod.
I think the first half of his team is really good, but as you go into like the later B and C tiers, it kind of falls off.
Yeah.
And that's
I don't hate Slurpuff. I would like it better with a Trick Room setup. Like Belly Drum under some redirection.
He's got Eldegoss, so they can just keep hitting that thing and it can drop everybody.
Oh yeah.
But that's so much setup. And wait, doesn't Sigilyph know? Sigilyph knows Trick Room, right?
Yeah, Sigilyph can do Trick Room.
It's not the most efficient one, yeah, but he has it.
I like Toxicroak. Toxicroak's a solid mon.
Yeah. It's really good to hit the flying type weakness, and it can hit the fairy pretty well to protect the Dracovish, but yeah, this is a it depends because the Gmax Dreadnought can know Swift Swim, so with Pelipper that can be a threat. And I'm interested to see how well like rocks do in a 6v6 doubles, because you're actually going to be switching around a lot more than just 4v4. But I think this is a low B, high C tier team for me.
Yeah, I'll give it probably a C plus. Like it'll be interesting because I agree with you. I think he has like the Rain core is really good, but just like we haven't like in competitive doubles, you haven't seen Rain really take off this season.
It was really good with Barraskewda, but his Dreadnought is looking to be like that stand-in for Barraskewda. So it really, this team just depends on how good Dreadnought is and how well and what kind of situation he can put himself in with Dracovish. And that's
I mean, Pelipper's the
it's a setter. So he'll probably go like Pelipper Dreadnought, hit a really fast water type move that sets up the stones, and then wherever it goes from there, we'll see.
All right. You want to go with the next one, Tom? Denver
Sure.
Ninetales.
The team that I said was the team to fear.
Yeah, what'd you give them? S tier?
S tier. This is my S tier team. So I got.
How do you feel now?
We'll see.
We'll go through it.
So we got Gmax Grimmsnarl. That's interesting. Alolan 9. Also, Conkeldurr is the S tier. Alolan Ninetales is the A tier. Vanillux is the B tier. Ice-Q is the B. Noivern is the B. Centiskorch is C. Weezing C. Frostmoth and Wailord are also C's. So
getting cold in here.
Yeah, it really doesn't want the Ice-Q to die. It's got two
or
hail feathers. Yeah. I mean, well, Ice-Q, each time like you reset the hail, it gets a new head. But
Ice-Q only got physical moves, so you're hoping to go up against physical teams with that.
Yeah.
Which we've seen a couple.
Yeah, Gmax Grimmsnarl. It'll be interesting to see how well that does, because it does double Yawn, but Yawn was only like really good because
I think it only has a 50% chance to do it for each Yawn, so it's not even a guarantee that one of them will get. Like, it's a good chance, but it's not like a guarantee.
So I could see like a prankster Grimmsnarl that is able to Gmax and just try to get off Yawns. So it kind of runs like a more like basically a Butterfree that hits harder.
Do you need to do Prankster though? Because you're getting up Aurora Veil with both of your hail setters.
That's true.
So I mean, do you like the only other Prankster thing that you'd really care about is getting Thunder Wave?
Yeah, and Thunder Wave.
I feel like you would want Fake Out so that you can protect your hail setter, and then you just boom go for the Gmax behind that screen and just start like blasting things.
I just think that I think making Yawn 50% really just did a huge disservice to it. That's more of just
but imagine if it was like automatic Yawn on both. That would be too busted.
Maybe. It'd be like a 75%. The point is, I mean, I guess everything's 50%. It's like it either happens or not. But yeah. So it's dark and fairy. Those are both like pretty okay types. Definitely more fairy.
Team is so weak to steel.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I mean, besides the Conquidor. But,
yeah. Conquildor's like
is the only one that's going to keep him out of there.
Block punching things. That's what's good.
Well, actually, I like the Centiskorch too.
Centiskorch.
It's got Flash Fire, so it can also switch into fire type moves to protect it. So that's good. But yeah, I think they went a little too far into the hail.
Yeah,
and they didn't have enough that they can actually like utilize the hail. So
this is the thing with hail. Like, people think it's weather. It's not. It's Aurora Veil.
It's
don't treat it like a weather team.
And chip. That's it. Aurora Veil, chip. So that focus sashes don't go off and stuff. But
like, it's not like, oh, sand, I get to use Tyranitar and Excadrill and stuff. It's not like...
Well, yeah, because there's a special defense boost to rock types.
Yeah. There's benefit and stuff.
Yeah, no, hail...
like that 100% hurricanes and thunders and everything. I can do these crazy strong moves, not worry about it.
Well, you get Blizzard that goes from 70% to...
Yeah.
I believe, right?
Yeah.
So really, it's just Blizzard and Aurora Veil, and so I see Alola Ninetales as like the best Pokemon on this team.
Oh yeah.
And then Conquidor, and then Grimmsnarl, but and then maybe Ice Cube. But after that, it'll be interesting to see how they kind of build this team.
Yeah.
Also,
Frost. I mean, Noivern's a really fast Tailwind setter.
Yeah, but I don't. I mean, they could do like Noivern, Alola Ninetales start. But. Yeah, and Conquidor just
because Tailwind's really gonna help out. Like, you got a lot of middling speed Pokemon, Frostmoth, like middling speed, Centiskorch, middling speed. You know, you get a late or mid game Tailwind off and let those Pokemon like kind of do their thing, because that's what like holds them back, kind of like, you know. I mean, other than their typing and everything.
Yeah, well, Frostmoth has like the Ice Charge or like something where it like boosts its defense in hail.
Yeah.
So that can abuse the hail a little bit too, which that'll be interesting to see. But yeah, I think it's another case of like B-, C+. Maybe
really, I was gonna go C-.
Alright. I was being generous to my S tier team. Yeah, no, it's definitely I can agree with like meet in the middle of C, just like a hard C.
Alright, next we got the Charm City Charizards.
The ones that went AFK for the draft.
We had a couple teams that were
AFK,
not able to draft, but so they kind of took their picks after, which might be a benefit, might be a curse.
Yeah,
I think one team it benefited. They got back to me like earlier about what they wanted. But all right, so Charm City Charizard, G-Max Charizard, Rhyperior for S tier, Torkoal for A tier. You seeing a trend? Heliolisk, Bisharp, and Poltegeist for B tier. C tiers are Cherim, Vileplume, Togetic, and Lantern. Tom, what do you think about this team?
I think G-Max Charizard is one of the best G-Maxes, especially with solar power. So Torkoal is the best like Sunsetter. Defensive Torkoal with high defense and body press can be really good. Also, it learns Yawn, but that's an egg move. I like the Vileplume. It's basically a light version of Venusaur.
Yeah, it's like, I can't afford to buy premium Venusaur. I guess I'll take this discount Vileplume.
Well, it's really good with Torkoal too because it has After You, so it can help the Torkoal in the sun with the chlorophyll be able to get eruptions off before it takes any damage. So that'll be interesting. Heliolisk, that gets some sort of benefit.
Solar power.
Yeah. Okay. That'll be interesting to because that's an electric type, so that can take care of the water weakness.
Yeah, you can use Discharge.
Yeah. I mean, this is a team where if you get any other weather condition and you take out the Torkoal, this team kind of falls apart.
Yeah.
It doesn't really. I don't see any. Well, it's got Bishop.
Cherim also very good in the sun.
Yeah.
Little happy dance.
Yeah, but Charizard and Heliolisk, I'll give the the bigger praise for in the sun. Because I don't see him using 4.
It depends though, because the what you get an increase to attack and defense. What do you get from Cherem? I think it's attack and like special defense or something. So like Rhyperior, that's a good teammate in the sun for Rhyperior.
Mm-hmm.
And also Bisharp as like
yeah. Okay,
like
yeah,
kind of late game
special defense.
And I think Cherem also learns Helping Hand, so that's another.
Okay.
So
yeah,
you're hitting really hard like late game if you are able to keep the sun up and have a late Cherem with a couple of those team members.
Yeah,
he's got his redirection with Togetic. Not the best redirection mon, but it's something.
It's something, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's got the fake out with Bisharp, so
yeah.
Yeah, as long as he's able to keep the sun up, this can be a high B tier team. So as long as he plays it right,
yeah.
I'll
give it a B.
Yeah.
I'll say B.
Yeah.
Because it kind of is all or nothing on the sun, but I think he's got some things like Lantern can learn Water Absorb if he goes up against the rain team.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and like just to compare it to like my team, where I'm just running Sableye and Venusaur. I'm just trying to get the sunny day up just so I can get quick sleep powder off and let Venusaur do his thing. So it's like that. There are kind of two extremes where it's like I'm only using sun for one thing, and then he's using it for almost his entire team. So I think that's to a point where it's a detriment to him. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Seattle Sylveons, Tom.
All right, so he's got your old friend G-Max Corviknight.
Oh yeah.
S-tier Dragapult, which you also used to use late last season. Sylveon is an A tier. I think Sylveon's amazing. B tiers are Meowstic Male, Machamp, and Goodra, and then C tier is Glaceon, Gallade, Frostlass, and Turtonator. G-Max Corviknight will be interesting. It's a good counter for my Aurora Veil.
Yeah,
and Denver Ninetales had one too. Dragapult is insane, so we'll see how that goes. Does the Meowstic Male, that's the fake out one, right? Or yeah. So that's good. It's got that tool. Sylveon, yeah. Oh yeah, Prankster. So it knows. Yeah, it can get off its status conditions early.
Yeah, I think it's Thunder Wave.
Yeah, so it's a great starter. Yeah, Corviknight G-Max also just gets better in doubles with Mirror Armor. So that, it doesn't make up for not getting the speed boosts, but it's definitely not terrible. The Sylveon it can hit very hard to both Pokemon with the spread move. Mm-hmm. So yeah, many times Sylveon can pick up an easy double. It's interesting how he's got this like Glaceon Frostlass thing going, where I don't see any Hail Setter. So those Mons are almost useless, kind of. I use Frostlass a little bit just to get kind of like Destiny Bond stuff and single.
Yeah, that's the only thing I see it for is just.
But in doubles, it's not as good.
Like in doubles you can play around so easily. Just attack the other thing.
Mm-hmm. Gallade is a fighting type. It can like Brick Break or whatever. But that's just doubling up with what Corviknight can already do. Get rid of screens.
Yeah.
We'll see how good Machamp is as a sweeper. Goodra can be really good for Sap Sipper, but I don't.
I really like Goodra.
Yeah, it's a good mon.
Goodra can stick around for a while.
No, yeah, definitely. And we saw it kind of got like a little bit of an uptick at one point in the season 2, I think, just because you're able to G-Max it, and that was more, or sorry, Dynamax. But that was more for like the secondary effects of the moves. But yeah, the team.
Yeah, it gets a good move pool.
Mm-hmm.
Too.
Yeah, but his team is still kind of like all over the place.
Yeah, I don't really see like a core.
Mm-hmm.
Like obviously, like you said, I like Dragapult. I like Corviknight because it can do like some different things. I like Goodra. Meowstic is a good support Pokemon. I mean, Sylveon, like you said, has very good spread moves, and it can do some other stuff. You know, you can have like helping hand or whatever. If like you really need to pick off one thing with your stronger teammate, but then the other 6 of his Pokemon kind of like fall off.
Yeah, he's got a lot of really cool puzzle pieces, but they don't go together. So I was actually going to say like C.
Yeah, so we're about there.
Yeah, even though he's got like really good Pokemon, they just don't go together.
Yeah.
Like I don't see any like really strong cores that I can put together with this team that I would be confident behind. But that might be a little harsh to say. But we'll see. Prove me wrong.
Yeah, prove them wrong, Seattle.
Prove me wrong. I want good competition.
0-5, starting off. All right, so
let's help get him his Gigalith. Hashtag get Ryan his Gigalith.
Get me Gigalith.
All right.
All right, so we got the Davenport Dragapult, G-Max Pikachu, Primarina in the S tier, Rotom Heat in the A tier. B tiers are Scrafty, Serena, and Aegislash. C tiers are Aromatisse, Delmise, Gothorita, and Gourgeist. So, starting from the top, I mean, Pikachu's not bad.
No.
Light Ball, it hits decently hard, double paralyze. It's not going to stick around long, but it can do some things. On this team, like, would you ever run the Lightning Rod? Like, maybe if you were worried about a Primarina start? Like, protecting Primarina?
Well, I think you just run the Lightning Rod, because what's his other ability?
Static.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're already getting the paralyze.
Yeah, you're already getting the paralyze. So Lightning Rod is just like inherently better on the G-Max version of Pikachu, at least.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of cool tools in this team. This was a team that was basically the last one to pick all of his Pokemon at once. So it's really just kind of trying to find pieces that fit together with what's left.
That's what happens when you forget what day the draft is on.
Yeah, hopefully he'll do better next time. I mean, he's got some good. Basically, he's got a lot of good pieces, but because he doesn't have the best of each piece, I mean, it'll be interesting to see how this team goes. He's got like Scrafty, Intimidate, Fake Out. I always think is a great combination. I was actually very surprised that was still around. Serena, I've been actually using Serena a little bit.
Yeah, Serena is one of those Pokemon that pops up once in a while.
Well, it has Taunt and then it has Sweet Veil, so you can avoid getting put to sleep.
Yeah, and Queenly Majesty.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, you can avoid fake out.
It's priority move, so it's anti-fake out.
Yeah, that's not really super good with the Pikachu because you can't fake out a Dynamax or a G-Max.
No, but maybe you're not leading off with the Pikachu.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, yeah, it depends on
what you want to paralyze, right?
Yeah, the point is, I see, especially with like when you have teams like yours that have Dusclops, I think you need not only just fake out, but you also need Taunt. So I think being able to identify a good Taunt user in a team is really important, and that's something that I basically told him. He's got Fire, Water, Grass. He doesn't have a Dragon type, so he doesn't have the Steel, Fairy, Dragon for. He's got the Aegislash though, which Aegislash has always been like a pretty decent one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean there's kind of like a little bit of a Trick Room thing at the end with Delmise, Gothorita. I'm pretty sure can do Trick Room with Eviolite, and do like ally switches and stuff.
Yeah,
so,
Shadow Tag.
Yeah, it can do some stuff, but I think this is gonna be an offensive team that definitely tries to like do G-Max Pikachu and something else, get double paralyzed, and basically you're investing in, random paralyzes later on down the game. And yeah, we'll just see how. I mean, Primarina, it hits hard.
Yeah.
So that's why I would have Lightning Rod. So even if you just went Pikachu and Primarina together, that just benefits Primarina more than Pikachu. And Primarina is inherently slow, so having the paralyzes could benefit it, but it's also not super fast.
Yeah.
I'd give it.
You can get Icy Wind too for some speed control.
Yeah. Yeah, you could just paralyze an Icy Wind and then just be like, I'm faster than everything you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm probably gonna go C- again.
C-? I mean, I could give it a nice like C.
And that's not bad for literally having last picks.
No, definitely. I think it's got a lot of tools, but I can see, unlike one of the older.
I think that says more about, like, the only pick I really like in this is Scrappy, because I think the rest of the pick just show like, oh yeah, you pick something in S tier or A tier. Of course it's good. That's why it's in S or A tier. You know, it's B's and C's. That's a little tough. So I might. No, I'll still say C minus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But again, that's because you missed the draft.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd agree. I'd go like a solid C.
Yeah. I think if you hadn't missed the draft and this was your draft, D.
Well, it also would have fundamentally changed everybody else's team.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Are we happy that he skipped? Maybe.
I don't know.
Wait for season 3.
Another timeline.
Yeah, right. All right. You make the Gengars?
Yep. Go for it.
All right. So we got Gmax Duraludon, Arcanine for S, my favorite Pokemon Milotic for A, Raichu Decidueye Sandaconda for B, and Glalie, Noctowl, Drapion, and Hitmonchan for C. What do you think, Ryan? I need to gather my thoughts.
I mean, definitely Arcanine and Milotic I really like. I like those. Duraludon is interesting.
He gives up a lot by doing
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't hate Duraludon as a Pokemon, though. Like, itself in doubles. Like, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's good. It's definitely not bad. I would have to look back and see what other Gmaxes he could have chosen for that. But, like, I'm not going to hate on it because you still get max Steel Spike.
He could have chosen your Hatterene.
I should have chosen Hatterene. What would I have done at that point? Who knows? Another timeline.
Yeah.
All these timelines fracturing. Yeah, I don't hate it. I mean, it was first pick. I definitely wouldn't have done it first pick, Gmax, but we're getting towards the end of the round anyway. So, Raichu I like. It's a fake out. It's got Lightning Rod, so you can protect a couple different things on his team with it.
Yeah, I like the fake out support too.
Yeah. Nuzzle. Good move.
Yeah, that too.
Decidueye is a trapper. Not the best Mon, but it has its like utility.
It's got an interesting typing with Ghost moves.
With 8 other Pokemon in this generation. Regular Sandaconda. This one's a little like out of nowhere for me. Trying to see like what he would want to do with that. I always forget its other abilities other than Sand Spit. Like I think it has Sand Force.
Yeah, let me check. Just keep going through.
Yeah. Glalie. I have no idea what you want to do with Glalie because I don't think you can protect it enough for like moody stuff. I mean, Noctowl was fine. I think Noctowl is like a decent Pokemon for doubles. Like you can get Hypnosis, you can get Tailwind, you can do some things. It can do a couple different utility things. I like Drapion. It's only got 1 weakness in ground. It can get knocked off. You know, it's your Fairy Killer with the poison attacks. Can't be critted with battle armor. Hitmonchan can do fake out. It can get Mach Punch. It can get some coverage moves with different punches, so it's not bad. You can have like, I think it gets I mean, Iron Fist is one of its things, but I think it gets Inner Focus as well, so that you can't.
Yeah, Inner Focus is a great move. Is a great typing.
Yeah. Did they? I always forget. Does Inner Focus stop Intimidate now, or do I misthink that a lot?
I still like can't be flinched.
Yeah, I think it just can't be flinched. But yeah, why? What are your thoughts, Tom?
So I looked up Sandaconda. It gets Sand Spit, which is basically like a worse Sandstorm.
Well, it's different, right? It's different.
Well, it has to get hit by an attack.
Yeah.
I'm not totally sure.
But it overwrites, like if someone uses a max move on it to set up a weather, it then overwrites that weather. Like,
yes. What else does he have? Does he have any priorities that could like he could self-proc it? That could be good.
I think Does Decidueye learn Shadow Sneak?
Yeah, he could self-proc the Sandaconda in certain conditions.
Yeah.
But that just seems like such a weak lead, Decidueye and Sandaconda, like just to do that one thing. It has Shed Skin, so it can heal from statuses, which is okay. Then it's got Sandbell, but that's you're only going to use that if you already have it.
Yeah.
And since Sandaconda is also his only Sand Setter,
right.
I don't see him using that. So yeah, it's basically just like Sand Spit or Shed Skin, and I'm leaning more towards Sand Spit. Is what he chooses.
Yeah. Yeah. Why? What were you looking for me to say, Tom, about all these? Seemed like you wanted to make a point.
What about the Yeah, it's like, I mean, he's got a couple of good starts, like Raichu, Milotic, but I think it's another case of like he has all the pieces, but he can't really, profit off of it. So.
I'm gonna give him a little bit higher of a grade though than some of these other teams have been given. I'm gonna give him a B-.
Okay.
I actually like the individual pieces. I actually like Duraludon with Stalwart. I think is good. Like it's a good lead.
Yeah.
Because you can just G-Max something and not worry about any redirection or fake out or anything, you know?
Yeah, he's just missing a helping hand. Because he can really threaten your
Can Raichu learn helping hand?
Can what Arcanine?
No, Raichu. I forget if Pichu can learn as like an egg move. I'd have to look that up.
Yeah, I'm taking a look.
We know Bailey can't learn helping hand. It has no hands.
Arcanine knows it or can learn it.
Yes, you can intimidate and then helping hand and just kill something without having to worry.
Yeah, I think Arcanine is like one of the best Pokemon on this team.
Oh yeah. I mean, for sure. I like Arcanine's great. You can do Snarl. Obviously, it gets Intimidate.
Yeah.
Some different things. Milotic's really good. I like Marble Scale. If you put like
Well, one thing that I was using with Milotic toward the end of last season was actually like Mirror Coat. So when it gets hit by a special move, it hits back with twice as much damage.
Right.
So that can be very interesting for
Milotic. I mean, you can just put that on there.
Yeah, you really can't like one shot on Milotic like pretty consistently. So
yeah. Raichu I like. It's a very good flexible Pokemon. It can do a lot of things.
Yeah, Raichu he got outclassed by a lot of Pokemon, but especially in a draft, like if you can't get the best choice, then yeah, picking up Raichu is great.
Yeah.
And the lightning.
And then I see the other half of his team, like they all can do something except for Glalie.
I forget what Knocked Owl can do, but
it can get Hypnosis. It can do Tailwind.
Okay.
Like it just has a couple other like little things it can do.
Yeah.
You know, Hypnosis isn't the best move, but like it can do something.
Yeah, B-, C+, depending on how well he plays it.
Yeah.
I think.
I just really like that like top four. Because I don't hate just like leading off with a G-Max and just being like, I don't care, you can't do anything. I'm attacking this.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's definitely not starting as G-Max. Unless he can like Stalwart, like take out a Trick Room Setter or avoid redirection. So yeah.
All right, so we're almost at the end, folks, of this part of the podcast. Tuscaloosa Talonflames, pick number 15. We got G-Max Colossal, S-tier Tyranitar, A-tier Gastrodon, Finals MVP. B tiers, we got Durant, Clefairy, Inteleon, now with a sniper ability. And C tiers, we got Weavile, Morpeko, Rhydon, and Mawile. So this is an interesting one. I see some synergies here, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You got like the Colossal, Weavile, Surf synergy.
He also got Inteleon Aqua Jet. I think he can go with the Inteleon. He goes Aqua Jet, and because Inteleon is faster than Weavile, he can basically like get in another speed tier. He just has to worry about Follow Me. But yeah, so I mean Weavile Surf is just as good.
Yeah.
But yeah, his best mon is Colossal. He's building around Colossal.
Yeah.
And then the Clefairy Friend Guard makes it
Tyranitar, the sand gives Colossal special defense
boost. Yep.
Yep.
Clefairy Friend Guard makes it so after he procs the Steam Engine and Weakness Policy, he just switches into Clefairy, and Gmax Colossal is going to have his 3 turns of knocking stuff out. And then with Helping Hand and Follow Me afterwards, yeah. This is kind of like a defend the castle kind of team where it's like Colossal
for Storm Drain.
Yeah. It's very much like we're playing Colossal and we're gonna win the game with Colossal. Tyranitar
in a 4v4, I can see that being more successful. I think it's gonna be harder in a 6v6.
Yeah, I mean we'll see because Colossal he can run a special set and run like Heat Wave. And basically, I mean after a Weakness Policy proc and a Steam Engine, getting Helping Hand Heat Waves off, it can get double knockouts very easily, and at that speed tier too. That's scary.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, no, he's got crazy tools like you were saying, Gastrodon, Storm Drain, Clefairy Friend Guard with Follow Me,
Tyranitar is Intimidator. If you intimidate.
Yeah, he even has Intimidate. And then Inteleon, after it gets off an Aqua Jet, if he's playing that instead of Weavile, Inteleon can just hit really hard. Weavile can also just have like Ice Shard for priority, Icicle Crash. Yeah, it's a decent team.
Or Pico can get Parting Shot.
Yeah.
It's a very good speed tier.
Yeah, I like this team.
Nuzzle.
Actually, I really like this team.
Yeah, I can do a lot of things. I don't know about Durant that early.
Yeah, I think that was a mistake. I think there's a lot more B tier mons that you could play instead of Durant. Durant is a super good mon, but only when you can Dynamax it. Because that hustle ability, like, there's nothing worse than missing a move that you could have landed.
Yeah, it's a different level in Dynamax metagames, but I'm gonna give him like a B+.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
I agree. It's not like an A tier team where like you're actually like afraid of all the different accesses it can do. It's really just like if you can take care of the Colossal like really quickly.
Yeah.
You knock off the Weakness Policy or something like.
Yeah. Switcheroo eject button.
Yeah.
Seriously. There you go, buddy.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Unless he goes Clefairy and does Follow Me, but he doesn't get his Weakness Policy.
But then he can't proc himself.
And then
you're winning anyway.
Then you got.
Guess you're a slow, weak Colossal.
You Switcheroo, give me Eject Button, take the Weakness Policy, Switcheroo to your Pokemon next to you, right? And then you just get a Weakness Policy proc for free when they attack your Mon.
Maybe a little too much Switcheroo, but I'll keep it in mind.
You never Switcheroo once.
Never switch it right back. They never expect the switch back.
Take him back. Yeah, so I like B+.
And Tom, take the last one.
All right, we got the mighty Psyducks. They were
mightiest of Psyducks.
They're mighty at heart, but they were last on the season 1.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
They got that win late.
They got their win. So they didn't. Yeah. All right. So we got Gmax Orbeetle. S tier is Duraludon. A tier is Cobalion. Charizard, Blastoise, and Mudsdale for B. Mr. Rhyme, Dartrix, Pangoro, and Manectric for C. Gmax Orbeetle is a really good like gravity setter, but he's not
using the gravity with.
Well, you'd make it so like Hypnosis is like land 100%. So he doesn't. Basically, what I'm trying to get to is that he does not abuse the gravity.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Because he doesn't. I mean, he's got the Mudsdale. Like if he wants to like try to land Earthquakes or something, I think gravity makes it so like all
flying
get grounded.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's got some good tools. Like he's got Blastoise that can learn Fake Out and Yawn. But yeah, I'm not totally sure what Cobalion's gonna do. Duraludon is a really good pick, but he has nothing to really support it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this team I can see kind of like falling apart if
He does have the 3 starter core, so I mean he's got pledges.
That's true. But like Charizard can just get knocked out real quick.
Yeah. Well, I mean, usually you go water grass pledge, so you like scarf something, and because the pledges always go after each other.
Yeah, he could do like Dart Tricks and Blastoise, but
and then try and outspeed things in the swamp. But I don't know if that's good enough.
Yeah, I mean this. I hate to be, but like even the Dragapults, I kind of like their team more, and they chose after the draft was done, so I'd almost give this like a D+.
Yeah, I was gonna say D+.
Like I feel bad for dishing out a D, but yeah.
Well, there's always gotta be a team at the top and a team at the bottom, and then you find out where they all land at the end.
I was just hoping that the Mighty Psyducks were going to be a little higher after season 1, but oh well. We'll see. Hopefully, prove me wrong. That's the
right.
The mantra.
0-5.
Yeah.
Start the hashtag 0-5.
Hey,
get Ryan his gigabit.
The Mighty Psyducks could take me out.
There you go.
Prove me wrong.
Speaking of the Mighty Psyducks taking you out, Tom. So now that we finished the draft portion of the podcast,
the analysis,
the in-depth analysis, ranking every team of Sword and Shielbert Spectacular Skirmish Society, we got the Season 2 schedule to break down.
Schedule.
All right, let me bring this up. I never do anything here.
Yeah, can you screen share or
yeah, let me bring it up on here. I had it on my other device.
Got a very interesting first game of week 1.
Yeah, very interesting. Okay, let's see how we do this. Not like that. All right. Well, I can't figure out how to do this from here. So we're not doing it.
All right.
We'll have to do that. Oh, wait, never mind. It's right here. Right in my face.
There's a share screen.
All right.
There we go.
All right. Yeah, I was going to say, like, oh, it's right there in my face. So.
Awesome. So.
All right. So we're going to break it down. So as you can see, we got the weeks here. So everybody gets a week off this week. We know what our teams are now. We can start figuring it out, what we want. But by 6/21, that's 2 weeks from now, 2 Sundays from now, these games have to be done. So these are the teams. They're little anagrams or whatever you call them that I made. And then these are who they're facing every week. So boom, number 1, Boston versus Montreal. How about that?
Are we going to start the 0-5?
Oh, we're starting the 0-5, baby. It's going down. So we might have to do like an early match for this, Tom, to like set it off. You know what I mean? Like a Thursday night game.
Set the precedent for season 2.
You know, like most people play on like Saturday and Sunday, like right before. We gotta do like a Thursday night NFL season kickoff style.
I'm okay with that.
Or to get it up on the pages.
Give us something to talk about.
Content.
Yeah,
that's right. So this is definitely this is the week 1 matchup for sure. Continuing down week 1, we got Detroit versus one of the new, as Tom likes to call them, the DLC teams, the Davenport Dragapults. And Davenport was one of the teams that couldn't make it to the draft.
Yeah, that was the Serena G-Max Pikachu team.
Yep. Against Detroit, which was the G-Max Gengar Jirachi. So Who do you like in this one? Just like first glance, Tom. We'll just go real quick down these. Who, other than our match, who do you like? Huh?
I think Detroit's gonna take that.
Yeah. Just based on pure like power level, and you know how, like, I don't know how Davenport is as a coach. I know how Devin, the coach of the Detroit.
If I'm a betting man, I'm gonna bet on the guy that went 7-1 in the season 1. He knows how to use the tools that are given to him, especially when like half the draft was just handed to him in season 1. So, yeah, he can play through his outs.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Come on, new team, step up. All right, so again, this is you and me right here. We won't comment. We'll keep our comments to the vest for now. Come to the podcast after that week, and you'll hear the smack talk. All right, so we got the Denver Ninetales versus the Charm City Charizards. So a little bit of Hail Aurora Veil versus Sun.
I think CC2 takes it.
Just from the teams, I agree.
I think G-Max Charizard is way better. What was the G-Max that Denver had?
Grimmsnarl.
Yeah, I just think Charizard just...
Yeah, I think this should be an easy game for CCC, actually, now that I'm, like, thinking about it a little more. Like, if Torkoal can get off an Eruption, there goes half of Denver's team.
Yeah, you can also just go, like...
you need the Flash Fire. She's got to bring the Centasport.
Yeah.
That you can play it well.
Like, Torkoal and Vileplume, get a Sleep Powder off on the Aurora Veil user, and then... Yeah, don't have to worry about play Aurora Veil.
Yeah, I can't remember if they had a fake out or who their fake out Pokemon was.
But yeah, I think.
Yeah, I think it's heavy favorite CCC. Charm City Charizard. All right, and that's another old team versus new team. So next we got the Waco Scizors facing the Seattle Shiny Sylveons. So I like Waco in this one.
Yeah, the Sylveons was that team that we're just kind of like, they got a bunch of stuff, but it doesn't go together.
Yeah.
And I don't see a well, they got the Meowstic for the fake out, but yeah.
Yeah. I think it's not the same level as the Denver Charizard one. Like this one, I think is like 80-20. Like it's that like lopsided. But this one I see like 60-40 or like 65-35, something like that. Like I think 2 out of 3 times Waco takes it with their team. And knowing, like, I know Josh, who was on our episode 1 podcast, the coach, he's really invested in the league this season.
Well, yeah, like Toxtricity takes out Corviknight. Toxtricity and Dracozolt take out Corviknight. Mimikyu can Shadow Sneak the Dragapult, because Dragapult just doesn't have enough bulk to actually take.
It could just play rough too. Like, if you want to make sure that he doesn't invest in the bulk.
Excadrill takes out Sylveon, and then all of the like ice types like Gallade, Frostlass, and stuff. Yeah, I think Waco gets that.
Yeah, Waco. Mono left. All right, so another old team versus new team. Then we got Minnesota Nidokings versus the Houston Darmanitans. So this one's kind of close. I gotta pull back up the teams a little bit because some of the
Houston is the rain one, and Nidoking is the Sandaconda one that doesn't. Yeah, I think this one's Houston.
Yeah, I like Houston because I mean it's basically water versus ground.
I don't see how he gets around Dracovish. There's no redirection. Maybe the Galarian Darmanitan is the only thing that could hit Dracovish. And if Pelipper gets off a Tailwind, then Draco.
Maybe he just Accelgores the Dracovish.
He could, yeah.
Like I said, he's got a lot of things that can 1-for-1. So if you can 1-for-1 the key pieces and like take them out of your opponent's toolbox, then it's a whole different game. If you make it like turn 1, 4v4, then you know.
Yeah, we'll see because I also really like the G-Max Dreadnought in the in that matchup.
Yeah, I like how you equate it to the Barraskewda, basically like it's just Barraskewda that's even weaker to grass.
Yeah.
Although I like Barraskewda because it has Propeller Tail. people. Rat, bear, scooter, it gets propeller tail.
Yeah, they put some money into that animation.
Yeah. All right. Next, we got the LA Kinglers and the Worcester Delibirds. So this is another one that I think is closer. I like Worcester.
Let's see, for
Snorlax, Whimsicott.
Yeah, Worcester takes it.
Cinderace.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking back at Kinglers. They got regular Grimmsnarl, so they got Prankster Screens and Jellicent, so they can set up like a Trick Room type of thing. But again, I don't see their Pokemon that abuse the Trick Room.
Yeah, so like they can set up the
Trick Room. I don't see the Pokemon that can abuse it for the full like 4 turns.
Well, yeah, this was one of the first things that we kind of talked about where they don't have anything.
Maybe you do room service. Would his team bring a room service for one of his Pokemon?
I don't see anything on his team that hits hard.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like, yeah, he could like counter it with like Jellicent and like a Fake Out, but he's not doing anything to take care of them on. So yeah, LA Kingler needs to like pick up a sweeper. But yeah, I give that to the Worcester Delibirds.
Yeah.
I like the Whimsicott Cinderace lead seems to do really well. And then if he gets off the Trick Room, the Kinglers, he just brings in G-Max Snorlax.
Yeah. Delibird's gonna deliver. We'll find out. We got the Lavender Town Gengars and Paris Saint-Germain, the PSG. So this one,
I see Gengars, actually.
Yeah, I was just going back. Oh, yeah. I really like the Gengars team. I was saying that, yeah. I like the Gengars. I give them...
I think G-Max Duraludon takes care of Togekiss.
Yeah.
It takes care of Butterfree because it has Stalwart.
Yeah.
Arcanine can take out Ferrothorn. Duraludon can take out Rapidash. Gengar can take...
No, yeah. LTG over PSG.
Yeah, I think LTG is going to start 1-0.
Yeah, for sure. Good for them. Psyduck and Tuscaloosa. So it's our D versus Defend the Castle strategy.
Yeah, I think Talonflames walk away with this one pretty easily.
Yeah, I don't see what they can use to break through that.
Yeah.
Like you said, if you want to beat Tuscaloosa, like decidingly, you got to break through early. But if you break through early, you win decidingly. Like they don't have a lot of catch up after that.
Yeah, I don't see any follow me, so you can't like he can actually do his quicker. You can just go Inteleon, Aqua Jet, and then Colossal is just hitting before everything else.
Are you giving teams strats on that? Because I actually had Tuscaloosa asking me for a 0 attack Torrent Inteleon, and I was like, why do you want Torrent over Steins? Like, I got my reasons. Like, okay.
I got my reasons.
And then I know Mr. Tom over there is like handing out tips for quarters.
Tom's tips.
Take
them while you can.
All right. And that was actually the last matchup because the rest are all just...
it's just 8, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so this one is a Boston win. We agreed on. Then we
weren't commenting.
And we got Charm City Charizards, Waco, Houston Darmanitans, Worcester Delibirds, Lavender Town Gengars, and Tuscaloosa Talonflame. So those are our predictions. Start the 0-5 for the Montreal Milotics.
Prove us wrong.
Yeah. And for those who are looking down here at the bottom here, this is how many expansion teams each team is playing and how many of the Elite Four or Final Four teams from last season that each team is playing. So you can kind of get like a gauge on
like how hard their
schedule
is going to be.
I mean, obviously the new teams, like I don't know,
they could be the new
they could be
Elite
better
Four.
than all of us. They should have been here season 1.
They could.
But yeah, so it's just interesting how the schedule lined up for those. So take it as you will. Yeah. So other than that,
I'm excited.
Yeah. Very exciting stuff. So we'll have another podcast coming up next weekend. And we'll get some mailbag questions in that one, just kind of talk to a few different coaches about the draft and about what they're expecting for the season. And then we finally get into some games, some action.
We're all itching for some action.
Oh, yeah. I got to put some powder down there. I'm itching so bad.
Yikes. Probably get that checked out before our game.
Oh. No. All right. For all the 5S, have a good one, folks.